Yo, what is going on, YouTube? So today we are doing a updated build guide for for my new builds, and things are looking much better. So when we last left off, I believe we were like just into maps, and now we are doing tier 15s. I'm just gonna go through the changes. If you want to just see my POE ninja, I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description, along with my Twitch. Feel free to stop by. I'm live basically every day, so feel free to stop by and ask some questions if you have questions on the build, or you can always leave a comment down below. But let's go ahead and get started. So far as the skill gem changes, I don't think much has changed. I did take off the Osin's Oath from Lunar Blessing and put it on my Lunar Assault, just because I was having so many mana problems. And me personally, I hate mana problems. It's like one of my most annoying things about games, about like this kind of game. So I always just try to solve it whatever way is most convenient, so I don't have to spam mana pots all game. So I have this, and I still have the rest of them the same. I put rage in here too, for more rage on hit, and it also gives me attack speed on that. So this is really good because I have a max of like 60, I think, rage or something like that. I have a lot of rage, so this is nice to help me build it up since I'm not running the persistent gem that gives rage. But besides that, I'm gonna add the ice mark onto Pounce, so I will be doing that very soon. You'll see that in the PoE Ninja. But besides that, I believe everything else is the same. I don't think I changed anything else, except for the fact that we now also have cast on elemental elements. So like I said, the plan was to have both of them, so we now have both of them active, both raining down comets with the same energized support gems for more energy and stuff, and then magnified area. So we have a lot of comets raining down now, especially when we go into our ice wolf form, since we get those little icicles that like drop all around me. Those also crit and set off cast on crit and cast on elemental element, so there's a lot of comets raining down. As far as gear, I don't think much has changed. I just changed my my talisman. We wanted the really high crit chance one, so I got one with like 12.44 crit chance. I didn't want fire damage, but this was just like a 15 exalt talisman. I'm eventually going to craft my own, but this one was just way better than what I had originally because I needed more crit chance. My crit chance is at like, I think it's at like 33% now. I still want to go to like 40%, but it's much better what it is now. Before I had like, I have 33.8. Before I had like 10% or something like that, or something really low. So this talisman is much better. So you want something a high crit chance, high physical damage, as much physical damage as you can get, and then if you get a secondary damage type, preferably cold, but really any of them work. And then crit damage bonus. This is pretty good too, because we want to be stacking crit damage bonus. So. And then we got a new amulet with 45 to spirit, which is really good. We needed the extra spirit. With that, we also have allocated efficient inscriptions, which give our meta skills 20% increased reservation efficiency. So that means on both my cast on crit and my cast on elemental element, they're reserving 20 less spirit. So instead of 100, they're reserving 80 each. So I'm saving around 40 spirit there. Plus, if you put quality into this, you reserve another 10% increased reservation efficiency. So you can save a lot of spirit with that with that anoint. It's pretty expensive because you have to use the paranoias, isolation, and greed, and the isolation is really expensive. But it's like one div. It's not too bad. And then the rest of the gear, I believe, is the exact same as when I last updated you guys. My passive tree has changed a bit. we now have gone and went to get this rage node for maximum rage. This is really good. We also went and got some more survivability down here with the armor, +3 to armor per 1 energy shield on equipped boots. So we have energy shield boots, and then we have that in there. And then we also went and got, this defensive node down here, this one for increased armor and defense against projectiles. We went and got this crit node, which is really good. Helps with our crit chance. And then I think I had this in the last video, but we got these. Your attacks deal splash damage. And these armor nodes, really good. I think I'm also gonna go ahead and get this one. This one seems pretty good too. And this physical damage. This is just a shit ton of physical damage all throughout here, which is really good because we want to stack physical damage since we're transferring physical damage to cold damage. So like the more physical damage we have, the better. You know, more explosions and stuff. And then we're also gonna go right here and we're gonna go on the right side here. Or actually, we're going to go on the left side here and get the 2 rage when hit by an enemy. And then we're going to get every rage also grants 2% increased spell damage. This will be really good for our comets that we're raining down like all the time. And then here is something that I was testing and I think is pretty good. So here we can go with the From Nothing Diamond, which allows you to allocate passives in the radius of Wild Surge Incantation, which is right here. That allows us to do this node here, which says 50% increased damage if you trigger the skill recently. Since we're always triggering skills, this is just a permanent 50% increased damage. Because we're always triggering skills with the cast on crit and the cast on elemental ailment. Like we're just permanently raining down comets, and recently means 4 seconds. So that buff is always up, which is really nice. But yeah, I believe that's everything on the passive tree. All the changes. Once again, this will be linked in the PoE Ninja, so you can go and check this passive tree out for yourself. And the link in the description down below. We haven't done our 4th Ascendancy yet, but we will be going with the Entwined Realities. To be honest, this really isn't going to do much for us because we're not really running any keystones. Like maybe I could go this keystone and get some more life regen or something. But even then, that doesn't really, like, we're not really doing anything here, so it wouldn't really matter. And yeah, but I mean, at least we'll get 1 passive point. So I mean, another passive point never hurts. Alternatively, we could go here and get extra increased spell damage, but the problem is this wouldn't do anything for us because this is like you have to cast a spell. We're not actually casting spells. It's casting for us with. It's automatically casting for us with cast on crit and cast on elemental ailment. So this wouldn't really do anything for us. It would just give us 12% increased spell damage, which we could get from somewhere else if we want more spell damage. This won't really do much. This again, same thing. Not really gonna do much. We could do this, I guess, but it's just not really worth it. And then yeah, we're not doing totems. So, but yeah. Besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and do a showcase of a tier 16. I'm just going to do tier 16 with no revives. It's fully marted out. Not really anything crazy, but yeah, let me just go ahead and do that real quick. Let me get, I believe I need a new tablet because my tablets are not, I believe my tablets are gone now. Go ahead and check. Let's just go like here. Now we'll do 16. Oh no, we have our right one. Wait. Hold on. Sorry, let me go ahead and put the that in there. Then we can put that away. Oh yeah, and then let's go ahead and do this map. So like I said, this will hopefully show off a bit of the build. Again, this build is not complete. I still have like so much more I want to do with this build. Like, I want to get a better talisman, and I want to get like some better gear and stuff. I also want to get headhunter. Headhunter would be like ideal end game. So yeah, I just need to farm more currency and stuff. Why is my sorry, almost bugging. As you can see, like, we explode stuff. Now, our defenses are kind of sometimes I do feel kind of squishy, but again, I'm still working on my defenses. So that would ideally be like one of the things I work on with my next upcoming stuff. But as you can see, we kind of just like explode everything on this screen. We just like jump forward, press right click, and I make sure we're keeping our lunar wolf active. We just kind of run through everything, and then as you guys will see after this, the boss damage is also pretty good. As soon as we go into lunar wolf form, and we kind of just like one shot everything with that. So the build is feeling really good. We're feeling really in line. We really don't have to do anything but right click. Everything literally just explodes off my right click because the comets are raining down. The Herald of Ice is just making huge explosions everywhere. And then if there is anything, always just once they're frozen, just hold our left click, and Shred will go ahead and do the rest for us. Once things are frozen, they just die almost instantly to Shred, because our Shred is just doing so much damage and building up so much of those ice projectiles, those like ice fragments. Those get built up a lot on me, so. Oh, about chest. Oh, the changes went through. I actually saw that they had made changes for that. Oh, with a speed shrine, this shit definitely won't be fair. Speed shrine goes crazy on this build. I've had the speed shrine a few times.
I'm not ready yet.
Not really.
Nature takes what's old.
I've had the speed shrine on this build a few times. Ooh. Really I've had the speed shrine a few times with this build, and it feels beautiful every time I have it. Like, you're just already so fast, and you're already raining down so many comments and attacking so fast. But like, this is like crack cocaine. Like, oh my god. You're just exploding everything on your screen. Stuff doesn't even have like the chance to get close to you before it is just off the face of the planet. Well, once we got a wolf form, that's what we do. Things weren't dying as fast because my wolf form was just out there. But yeah, it's not the fastest build, you know. Like, there's definitely the freaking poison arrow thing build people are going. It's probably still faster than this, but like, I love thematically this build, and like comets raining down with the cast on crit, cast on elemental element has always been like my favorite thing in the game. So that's why I like this so much. You know what I mean? It's just so fun for me. I like being able to like make my own build and stuff. I'm actually gonna see if I can get some rage real quick. Okay. Alright. We're just gonna go ahead and go to the boss. But yeah, once you have like your ice form, you just want to spam your right click basically, and once you freeze him, why is he not freezing at all? This is why I need freezing mark also on my pounce. I need to get that, but once he's frozen, he just dies pretty fast. So the bossing damage is a little bit weak right now because of my I need more crit chance and crit damage as well. I want to get more crit damage, probably like on my amulet and stuff, and on my weapon. I want to get more crit damage. I think once we get some more crit damage, because what are we sitting at right now? Lunar Assault. Crit damage is at 287, so if we can get this like above 300 and our crit chance to like around 40%, I think this will be really beautiful. So once I craft my own talisman and get something like that going, you know, hopefully we can get a good talisman one. But yeah, that's the build guide so far. It's the updated build. But I mean, even in the state it's in, you can still see running tier 16s pretty easily. Not really too much of a challenge. I would recommend getting a good flask with like a percentage of recovery applied instantly. And I also like the one that with the chance to gain a charge when you kill an enemy, just because like spamming health potions is like it's pretty nice when your defenses are not as good as you'd want them to be. Realistically, I'd want to be tankier than how I am now. But yeah, this is the updated build guide. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below, or feel free to stop by the Twitch. Once again, the POB Ninja will be linked down below, so if you guys go down below, there will be a link, and then I'll pull up everything. It'll show you my skills, my passive tree, my armor, and it updates with my character. So if you ever feel like it's not updated, just press like the little refresh button, and you can see my character. So thank you guys for watching the video, and appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, hope you guys have a great Christmas. Yeah, peace.